And I used chapter 47, which means Egypt, capital empire, the dominion of Africa. And that correlates back to what we found earlier. When he's saying, right here, Albert Church, not Albert Church, but C.W. Ledbetter, when he said this, at one time, the penguins were spread all over the great deal more of Africa than at present, and some of them were the first people to enter Egypt. So when you go back to that, and now you come up, and you start getting some of this information, you say the capital empire of the dominion of Africa was like Egypt. So how far did that empire stretch? Well, you're going to see how it stretched into the Americas. Right here, number 4, the dominion of Kush, northeast, southeast, Africa, and northwest and southwest was his dominion of Africa. You come down to 7. Their dominion and habitation extended from northeast and southwest Africa across the Great Atlantis, which is from the Atlantic Ocean, even unto the present North, South, and Central America, and also Mexico. And the Atlantis Islands, which would be the Caribbean island, was known as Atlantis before the Great Earthquake. So that was before the Great Earthquake. And it says what? Before the Great Earthquake, which caused the Great Atlantic Ocean. So this was before the continental drift took place. That they're talking about this, that he's talking about this information. Right? Now this is Augustus Le Pondrion, and he wrote this book called Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx. And he says something very, some would say strange, but he breaks it down. He says the Maya saga doubtlessly had reached similar conclusions since it's called their country Maya. That is, the land emerged from the bosom of the deep, the country of the Shute and the Egyptians. According to Herodotus, boasts that their ancestors in the land of the West were the oldest men on earth. Wow. Well, the West would be what we call the Western Hemisphere would be North, South, Central America. And it makes a little bit of sense because of the fact that we have information in America dating back 600 million years ago. And this book is called The Gods and Spacemen in the Ancient West. You know, and it's about the Twa or the Pygmies. You know, so we know that they spread it all over the globe when it was Pangea. So it wasn't necessarily that they were the oldest, that the men in the West were the oldest people. It's about that they was of the Twa people. So hence the oldest people on the planet. So no matter where you went, if you went to Australia, you went to Filipinos, wherever you went, they was already there. So wherever you went, that was the oldest people. So it was even here in the Americas. So they were the oldest men on the planet. And this is what it says too. This is in ancient Oriental Masonry. This is by Charles Bell in his book. See, I go to the Masonic books, but this is where a lot of our information is still located at. It's in the Masonic books. This is why the average person don't know this information because it's held by secret societies. But here it says this, that generation by the sages of India, Persia, Ethiopia, and Egypt. We are not indebted to either ancient Egypt or either religion or masonry, but to the Americans. It is in fact that at Memphis, Egypt, in the pyramids, under the guidance of the king, the mystic rite of masonry, were worked many thousands of years before, at the time, Egypt or the continent of America was one and the same. So Egypt and America was one and the same. So this is what we just finished seeing in this book here, The Holy Quran of the Moral Science of America, it says the exact same thing, that the dominion and the habitation is from north, east, south, west Africa, across the greater lands, even to the present north, south, and central America, also Mexico, and the land is out of it, for the greater earthquake, which caused the greater Atlantic Ocean. So he's telling us that it was all connected, it was all one, and basically this is what he's saying in here. So in America, rediscovered in the 15th century and repopulated in the 17th century was rediscovered Egypt, in the promised land, in the land of the constellation of the eagle. What do you mean by rediscovered Egypt? How was America rediscovered Egypt? Well, you got to get the book now by Barry Fall. It's called America. America by Barry Fall, F-E-L-L. It's called America BC. America BC by Barry B-A-R-R-Y Fall, F-E-L-L. Excuse me, Barry Fell. So, Barry Fell, he said it, and this is Harvard professor. He said this, is that in the Micmac language of the Native Americans, he found that it was hieroglyphics, identical to Egyptian hieroglyphics. He found the same hieroglyphics throughout the Algonquin tribes. So that means that would have been Choctaw, Chickasaw, Muskogee, who the Choctaw? I'm Choctaw. Exactly. So you can't. So right there. So all of that is in there. And it was Egyptian. Now, well, Hebrew and Arabic is derived from the metronymic, which is the hieroglyphics of Egypt. It's from two different scripts. It's called the Moritic script, and it's called the Demotic script. The Demotic script is where Hebrew comes from, and the Moritic script is where Arabic comes from. Now, ain't that something?
I was looking, studying at one time, this gentleman on TV, and his claims was talking about the dinosaurs and all this and everything, but he did not match what he was claiming was, about him being a Caucasian, and him claiming that we and us and all this and Noah. I'm like, something's missing. I stopped watching it because it seemed as if like he was trying to claim something that that was clearly not, because he wasn't given all the information,
right,
just enough to say that they were trying to claim being of ancient descent that wasn't his descent. And kind of like in the book of Revelation says, I see those who say that they are Jews and they are not. They are of the synagogue of Satan. And that was just kind of like they're just trying. So I just stopped watching because I'm like, I was getting the archaeological stuff, but then the claims that he was making, that he was absorbed, that it was his people that discovered that do this. And I'm like, when you get to go in and change history, that's what you do. And, throw out everything else.
I started out with that first slide by George Orwell. He says that information has been falsified, everything. So that correlates to, to everything that you're talking about, because we keep seeing history told to us over and over again, we always the missing piece. That's just what it's been, and they give us 2 pages in history: civil rights, 1 page, Martin Luther King, and then they give you another slavery. With lynching, and then they might tell you about Harriet, then they tell you Harriet Tubman. These are the same names that you learn over and over again every single year. Harriet Tubman, the Journey of Truth. These are the same names. Right? You might learn about Nat Turner a sweet second. They don't want to talk about that because we only, that's only an hour and a half away. They won't talk about that. They will process, they will BC. You might heard something back inkling about Marcus Garvey, maybe. But
Yeah.
and it wasn't for the Malcolm X movie by Spike Lee, you wouldn't even heard about Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Or Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
You know, but all of that is, you know, this is the history that they've given us. You know, and this is the same history that we celebrate every February. Nothing different.
When I showed Eddie Fishy go in the library, there's a little baggage in there for what's called book page. Yeah, it's a little thin book, but they had one I had seen it recently about. You seen it maybe the last time I was talking.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, well,
yeah,
there's
whitewashed it.
well, there was a black.
Right. Yeah, right. It
that
was.
a lot of people don't know about.
Right.
And this guy, when he heard about it, he wrote out, posted it on the internet. But he said, the Japanese are known for being very, the Japanese, we don't, they,
And that's not true, because they said in order to be a good samurai, you must have at least a drop of black blood.
well,
That was their saying back in the day.
well, it said that, at one time, that Eastern part of Japan, and 105 He discovered, he found African scholars translated throughout the world. India, everywhere you can think of. You can go in the library, walk in the library, walk down the
Which one? This one over here?
yeah. Walking in, turn to the, like, actually, I got one picture in the truck.
Okay.
It's pretty accurate.
It sounds like.
I think this one, I did, this one, you might history. My nephew said if you read the capital, the name of the name of the human that was settled by either the Aztecs and Mayans, you see the name of Cain's son in the title. Because it mentions that when he named it, he named it after his son. And so you see that in the title of the name. So he says that, according to him, he believes Cain went to Mexico and built. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
Well, that same story is basically that some of that information in the census in the Mormon teaching. That's in the Mormon teaching. This book right here determines the ancient ones of the Washington Deccan Empire, the Washington File by Empress CHROMOSOMES, Washington Alim El-Bey. She says this, that the races and traces of his whereabouts are not easy, yet the color of chart of men can be fixed easily. Man's origin is in Africa. This is when Africa was the whole earth on landmass. So she called Pangea, all of it was Africa. It was from Africa to the land of Nod, sleep. We are the sleeping giants that must be awakened. We were separated from what we know as Africa. So this is the Empress here. This is what she speaks of, when she talks about Washington or the Choctaw. This is what she talks about here. The Empire Washington became the one ascendants of the Kushite Empire, the Songhai Malian Empire, and the Ottoman Empire, which is the Moroccan Empire. Washington became the Malian Moors are also called the Choctaw, or Saptu, which is the tribe of Shabazz, that they would call, which is the tribe of Hebrews or Israelites. They claim to the following the land by Peruvian bloodline. It says, Her Majesty, Her Highness, the late Empress, Dr. Empress, is the great great granddaughter of Marie Antoinette. 6 times removed and rightful heir to the throne of France, Spain, and England by royal blood. He laid claim to the following lands by a root bloodline. The Bourbon estate, which is known as the Imperial International State of the Bourbon Habsburg Empire, which includes Western Europe, the Bourbon, which includes Western Europe, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, Sicily, Nepal, Sardinia, Spain, and Portugal, as well as many of the North American and Caribbeans, in addition to Central and South America, and all of North America west of the Imperial demarcation line, 1713, on the British Royal Proclamation line, 1763. This is the breakdown of the Royal Imperial bloodline of the Washington Wars. It says the young heir of the French throne, King Louis XVII, married the young heiress Washington throne Anne Maria, and the imperial marriage would have been official in 1795, pursuant to the conveyance of the Spanish land grants bestowed upon the young heir King Louis XVII and his wife Anne Maria. And these two would have also received the imperial Spanish land grant of 1763. As a recipient of both 1762 and 1795 Spanish land grants, King Louis XVII became known as the Marquis de Maison Rouge, owner of Louisiana and Florida. Now, these land grants received Rick Holly, president and CEO of Plum Creek Timber Company, which is the state's largest private landholder deed, which is eligible for legality. So goes in, and when we find out that additional names, the Empire of the Moors, we find that it's Almohad, which is Almohads, the Atlanteans, Aztecs, Carthaginians, Etruscans, Hessians, Incas, Iroquois, the Moorians, also Algonquin, the Moabites, the Olmecs, the Oxbow, the Phoenicians, Powhatan, the Persians, Saracens, the Sumerians, Turks, British Empire, Moorish Empire, Spanish Empire, French Empire, Holy Roman Empire, which is the Habsburgs. All of these was Moors. In other words, dark-skinned people. Now, this is what we've been told, is that we was named Africans by Leo Cyprius Africanus and American by Americo Vespucci. Well, these are both lies historically, because the name African actually goes back to ancient Egypt, and the word actually means Afu Raka, which means the flesh or the body or temple of the light and spirit. Right? Because Ra means light, and then Ka means spirit. And Afu means the body or the temple. And of course, that goes back to the Bible, 1 Corinthians 3:16. Do you not know that your body is the temple of God? So, temple of God is your body. So, Africa just simply means, but Afuka just simply means that you have God within you. Ra symbolizes that God principle, and then Ka symbolizes the spirit, which is the breath of life. And of course, that goes back to Genesis, where God breathed into the nostrils of man, amen. So, and what he breathed into him, the breath of life. So, all of that correlates, but so the reason why they say the Leo Cyprius Africanus received that name is because he defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic War, right? But I'm going to show you the strip that he actually never went into Africa, right? It was a strip off of Africa. He never went there. And then I'm going to also show you that Americo Vespucci, that actually was never his name. His name was Alberto. Right? But he was given that name. So we're going to show that. And that's going to be the last point for tonight's class. And so right here, Cyprius Africanus only conquered this little strip or island. Of course, the book states that the name of that name is Africa, applies to a city or town, but not what we call today Africa. It's going around 1755. So right? So this is the area which, as you see, Sicily, Sardinia, Tunis. You see all of that area. That is the only land that he conquered, right? So he never came into Africa. He received the title Africa from his defeat of Hannibal, who was an African. So therefore, that was to mock Hannibal, you know, as well as also say, I took that from you know, type of thing. It was a mockery, right? So here it is. We see where it says Florida was one of the places that the Choctaw was in. Of course, that means the Seminole, which it referred, the word Seminole means runaway slaves. The Seminoles were part of the Choctaw originally, all right? And of course, some of those who was able to get out of slavery, they came, but some of them was already from other native tribes, because at one time they was just basically utilizing the indigenous people that was already here for slavery. You know what I'm saying? What sense did it make for you to travel 3,000 miles away to go get people who was already here?
That's right.
And then the only thing you had to do was just change the name, you know, like they've been doing for the last 100 years. You know,
We get a new name
every 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
And the scripture said that we would be given bywords. They will call us all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really have any idea what, you know, until now.
Right,
Because now is the time for us to know.
right.
But we just went with what we were told. We couldn't fight about it. We didn't have
Right.
computers. We didn't have this thing.
Exactly. That technology was available.
Right.
But now it is. So now
So you can't lie
all
anymore.
these holes are now being filled with, you know, with some answers. You know, because before the 1900s, we was Indians. Then 1900 comes, we was Negro. In 1930, we was coloreds. 1960, we was blacks. 1990, we was African American. Hold up. That means you can go back and check your birth certificate, your mom's birth certificate, your grandma's birth certificate, and your great grandma's birth certificate, and everybody had a different diagnosis. That's not a nationality.
Right.
You know, none of those names tie you back to a landmass. You know, African American comes close, but that's 2 continents. You know, and then they say, no, you're African American. Hold up. Why is African first? When just in the 1970s and during the time of Martin Luther King, it was called Negro American, American Negro. It was called American Negro. At least the term American was before. Now, you see what happened? So this is just always a constant stripping of your land ties and of you being part of the indigenous people that was already here. And this proves it right here. This is called Americans. Americans. That's what they refer to it. These are the Americans. And this is Fernando de Soto. All right? And this is when he went to Florida. And this is who he's seen. All right? So we come to find out that Tamarican is also part of, right here, the Tamarins, the people of Ra. It's also known as the Merita, the Meraka, the Tamarika, the Tamik, the Americ, and much later America. The Mao, the Mu, the Mau, and the Mir extends back to the original people who's called the Lemurians, on which the El Lemurians, which as we seen earlier, was the Twa people. This is from a book called America. Who do they have on the cover of the book? A sister. A sister. A melanated, a dark-skinned, melanated, Aboriginal, indigenous sister. And she's being carried by 2 Europeans. And you can see our tribal members right here. Showing you that we were the indigenous people that was in the Americans. And they switched out the names to steal your land rights. Because we know that more than 15 million acres of land was owned by so-called now African American, now less than 1 million. So what happened to all these millions of acres that we once owned? And how could we have, and if we were just slaves, then how could we have gotten land? You see, the European would tell you that he gave you access to land, but everybody knows that you never received no 40 acres in the union. You never received that. Well, how did all these people, all your ancestors, all these people in the country get hundreds of acres of land? My wife, her family had 100 acres of land. It's been in the family for over 100 some odd years. You know, but hold on. You had a special program or something that you was giving out.
Right.
That you was giving out hundreds of acres of land. The so-called free Negroes. But yet, my white family would tell you that actually, you calling them slavery.
My family too, my grandmother, they don't have a sharecropper, yes.
Yeah, sharecropping, but sharecropping, that's why I'm telling people, sharecropping is not the same as slavery. You know?
Right.
Sharecropping just means that, yo, I work your land, you give me some of them crops.
Right. Yeah,
That's sharecropping. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what it is. I'll till the land, I get some of those crops. You cool with that?
Right.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. All right, good.
Right.
That's sharecropping. That's all it was. But then they turned sharecropping into slavery. Oh, he worked from sun up to sundown. Because he wanted no crops. It wasn't because he was forced to do it. He wanted to feed his family and make sure that he was able to feed probably the community. You know, whatever the case was, you know. But this is what they turned these things into. This is all wordplay that they've given us through history because they only gave us 2 pages. Civil rights and slavery.
Yeah, because they don't include us in the Trail of Tears.
Nope.
They don't include.
But there was
us
over
in
10,000 of us in the Trails of Tears.
Right. They don't.
We was part of the Choctaw, part of the Chickasaw, we part of the Cherokee. Right. And you know the Blackfoot is right here.
That's right.
Who they call? The Sapani tribe. The Sapani was the Blackfeet, or the Blackfoot Indians that they talking about. That's what they talking about. And when I go to the powwows, I see us. All of us in. I don't think that's coincidence. You know? And then, you know, they'll tell you historically that they came from, you know, that it was a little bit dumb. You know, I don't think it's coincidence that almost every family that acts here in North Carolina, you know, about their heritage, they say charity.
Wow.
Blackfoot? Oh, well, that's a pun. That's a pun. Now, see, this is why they gave those type of names. Blackfoot, Tar Heel, you know, Blackfeet. What is that? What is that? You know, but that correlates back.
By words.
Right. Those are not Native American terms or words. You know, those are English transliterations. You know, they call the Hawaii Sapani tribe. You know, so we call them Blackfoot, Blackfeet, or you know, Tar Heel. All of these are just names. You know, but these are Sapani people. You know, and the Sapani people, when they break down their history, you know, you might have some Cherokee, some Chahari, you know, some, you know, shoot. You have all different tribes that was once here in North Carolina, you know, that basically banned on as part of survival, as well as those who was in Virginia. You know, like the Powhatan. Powhatan was part of them too. You know, so there's a lot of connections. The Pamunkey tribe from out of Virginia was also part of, you know, the Sapani. So there's branches and connections through these various tribes.
A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of more different tribes in North Carolina. Most people think there wasn't any, but there was a whole lot. And a lot of people don't know the Lost Colony.
Right, the Lost Colony.
The
Croatan,
or the Lumbees.
Or the Lumbees. Right, those are the Lumbees. Right, those are the Lumbees. That's the Lost tribe. You know, the Lost Indian tribe is the Lumbees. Yes, one of the Lumbees, yeah, the Croatan. Yeah. So the Croatan, and then you ask the Lumbee, part of the heritage. Well, hold on, you got the Waccamaw Indians right down the street from the Lumbees. One is in Lumberton, or around that Lumberton area, one is in Whiteville. Around that area. Now hold up. Now you gonna tell me that y'all this close and there was no y'all this close now. You know what I'm saying? I know you Waccamaw and I know you Lumbee, but come on now. You know.
When I had the binoculars, hey, she looks pretty good over there.
Exactly, right? Exactly. Have binoculars. Oh yeah. You know, you get ready to be Lumbee Waccamaw. Waccamaw Lumbee in the house. Exactly. You know, so you know, we know that we had a tendency of marrying, you know, because we had characteristics that were similar. We also had a culture that was similar, and then heritage, and even our rituals was very similar. You know, so you can imagine those connections. But here's Watson's Jeffersonian magazine. It was about Thomas Jefferson, but look what they put in. This is an article written by Alexander Delmore. That the American continent derived its name from the Florentine merchant and geographer Amerigo Vespucci, and that thereby an injustice was done to Columbus still retains a firm hold on the popular mind. Yet many proofs have been offered that before Columbus landed, the name America was found scattered over the southern continent from the Caribbean Sea to the Pacific Ocean and from the Maracaibo Gulf and Americana coast. That's where the name America comes from. It's from the word Americana. Americana. So here we go. It says right here, chiefly in South America from 1799 to 1804, writes volume 1, page 324, that the first settlement of the Spaniards on the mainland was at Americana. So when the Spaniards came, they learned of the name America. All right? The coast between the Capes Paria and De La Villa appeared under the name of Americana and Maracatana in Codiceo map of Venezuela, showing the voyage of Columbus and others. All right, so we know here it is, Jules McCall. This is the book. It's called The Origin of the Name America. And nobody agrees with Amerigo Vespucci, this America being named after him. All of them says the same thing in these books, that he took the name because they landed in these areas. Americ is the name of Nicaragua, from the highland of the mountain range that lies between Jalapa and Libertad in the province of Pantelli, and which reached to the one side of the country. All right. So now he goes over here, and so you have right here the Kurdic and the Americ in Nicaragua, Aventic. Real quick, ask you a question. Yes. Yeah. Go through that door right there. That one? Yep. Go through that door, make a left, and then go down the hall to the right. No, excuse me, make a right, go down the hall to the left. Okay. Right, so you talk about Honduras, Guatemala,
Yeah.
all of that was America, as it was called, as it still is to this very day, right? So he's talking about the origin of the name America. It goes on to right here. On this side, it says, when the Native Americans wrote the sacred name of Baruch, he drew a cross, and so did the Amera, or their name, and this was the son of Ka, or land, was America.
There's the hilarious.
It
Don't even know what you took. You know, that one, yeah.
The Spanish colonialists adopted the native name of America, see, to designate their first settlement on the mainland of the New World. But in those days, the root of orthography was undefined. And in addition to the numerous errors in printing, names were spelled in any way which the writer considered most appropriate. And hence, we have America not only written in America, Americo, America, Miraca, Moraca, and America. These are all so-called different spellings of the same name for here. Discovery of the origin of the name of America. It says, which leads to the discovery of America. America, this is the actual definition, a settlement of the province of Guyana and government of Camana, one of those belonging to the mission held there by the Catalonian Capuchin fathers. It lies of the city of Santo Tomas. So here, you see America. There it is. And what is that? Yucatan Peninsula, where the Mayans are at, Palencia, Honduras, Nicaragua. All of that was known as America. So hence, that was Central America going into South America. So hence, also North America. All this became known as America.
Actually been there.
Okay. Yes.
I climbed the pyramid.
It's just
I've
me.
been to the top.
Yes, me too. Exactly.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is. It is. So, all of that was called America, according to this book, the Discovery of the Origin of the Name of America. Right, they had it on the map. Honorable Joseph M. Brown that has tried to prove that Vespucci changed his name so as to make it a continent with the word that was relevant all over South and Central America.
What's your name?
South America, America. Right here, you see America. You see all different variations. Maracas, Tamarind, all of these names correlate to America over and over again.
Maluka's chili.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Jules Marco, which we just finished talking about him, but he was a French, Swiss, and American geologist. In 1875, he suggested that the name America derived from the indigenous American language, where American originally named a predominant mountain region in the present-day Nicaragua. So they know, but they've been, once again, hiding this information, but it's out now because you go straight to the books, whether they're online and download the PDFs, or either go to the library once you see them, try to research or order them from offline, eBay or Amazon.
So when the Nicaraguans come over here, they really coming home.
Exactly.
They tell us to go.
Nicaraguan, Mexicans,
Right.
everybody. So
Right.
all this nonsense about building a wall,
Right,
that's just what it is.
Right.
But only immigrants
right.
I know.
I bet.
You know what? Basically, what they say is, hey, we didn't move. We didn't move. Y'all
Right.
moved us.
Y'all moved
Really,
us.
because
Right.
y'all, the line
Arizona,
was.
Mexico, yeah, all of that was there. And it was in there, then the last animal, you pushed them back and sectioned it off.
Learn a lot from the Western.
Right? Right? Now, that's only when you go back and watch them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
watching. I'm still watching. I said, oh, that's what you did.
Yeah.
You know what's funny you say that because lately they got that question. Now they make some mistakes of the stuff.
Yeah, they can't,
They
yeah.
actually bring
Oh,
up
yeah.
all the stuff.
Right, yeah.
But then there's a, I can't remember his name, but he was one of the most famous strong men in the Wild West. And he was portrayed in the movie as a sort of chubby white guy in an old black and white movie.
Mhm.
He was a black man. And he was one of the best, well-known lawmen in the Wild West. They said he even, yeah, I know that had been a struggle for him. One time, his son got in trouble. He got into this. You can imagine how big of a struggle that
Right, that was, yeah. Oh, yeah, that definitely was a struggle. Right, so right here, so we look at America, so forth and so on, and the term Moor as the ancient root of Mir, or founded in the old Moorish, Temerian, Meru, or Amaruka, the old Moorish language of what has come to be known as Egyptian, Hebrew, and American languages, respectively. The scholarship which has come to mean black land or black people's land is not the ancient word for Egypt. The ancient hieroglyphic clearly shows that the proper name is Tamari, Temir. Now, Temir is the same word as we found here. Temir can. So they tell you that the ancient Egyptians were already here before they were. And this is true because the Olmecs were the Nubian Egyptians. I know this because when we went to the Yucatan and we went to Chichen Itza, we went to Koba, we went to Tulum, to these pyramid sites, we had a tour guide. And he was an anthropologist. And he told us specifically, he said, we know the history in which you talked to the Europeans. He said, we know the history in which that you told us. He said, I'm talking to them. He's talking to the so-called African Americans. And so he said, the Nubian Egyptians built these pyramids. They are the Olmecs. The Olmecs are Egyptian Nubians. They are the ones who built. So he was telling us. He said something happened 4 years ago in which they had to tell the truth. Now, that was in 2013, March 2013. Now, only thing that could have happened 4 years before that was when President Barack Obama became president. You see? So when Barack became president, that made the Mexican people brave enough in order to tell us the truth about the heritage and the lineage of who really built the pyramids.
So is that why President Trump trying to erase everything that
That
had
Barack-
anything to do with Barack Obama?
I'm pretty sure. You know, I'm pretty sure. And plus jealousy,
That too.
envy.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, yeah. This is another book, Ancient America. And it says America is probably supposed to have received this name from the mariner of American Vespucius. Actually, Albertico Vespucio. Albert, he's Albert, son of Asticio Vespucio. Had the Italian sought immortality by Christian the continent after himself. He would surely have honored his family by calling it Vespucio. Just as, right, it would have been Vespucio. Just as Colombia was named after Christopher Columbus. In Central America, the word Americ signifies great mountain, evoking Meru, the sacred mountain in the Hindu traditions, said to be the center of 7 continents. Ancient America was linked with India through Los Lemuria. All right, once again, who was those people? The 12. The early voyagers probably believe America to be the native name for the land itself. So they too would use it. Him, Amerigo. All right, there it is. All right. Vespucio's comrades, instead of Albertico, would nickname him Amerigo. All right, Italian cartographers gleaned information about the New World from many sources and would surely adapt the native name for the country, calling it America. Some native tribes called their land Atlanta, echoing of Atlantis. right? Which we showed that was the Caribbean islands, Caribbean islands. All right. There's another book, Spanish and Portuguese South America, the Colonial Period, by Robert Grant Watson. Now, that Watson might have been related to these Watsons. That's why it has the same similar information, which yet we can't ready to show. He stated that once at America Upon Us, by book 1, all right? And of course, once again, we show all the names. America Upon Us. Teaching in America or taught in America came from Americo Vespucci or T. Mariner. Actually, the best evidence dating back to the earliest Spanish document following Columbus shows the part of South America from Venezuela to Peru was called America by Indians of that region, which would have been the Incas. There's the Incas. All right. At least this is what the Spaniards understood. Earliest spellings of America occurred in Spanish documents beginning with the visit to the land by Alfonso de Ojeda, with whom Vespucci sailed in 1499. This show, right? This is the book Ancient Explorers of America by Alec Loca. Right? So all these books and all these people tells us specifically that America was the name that the Aboriginal indigenous people already gave it. Not a name that somebody named us, American with, nor was it a name that was, named after the so-called conqueror. Is that called colonialist or settler, or whatever name or term that you want to use. Two other good books. You have the theology, literature, and archaeology, the Primer of Mayan hieroglyphics, and the Myths of Mexico and Peru by Louis Spence. These are some good books right here. And they also say the same information that we just finished talking about. And as you see here, it says the myths of the North American Indians, etc., etc. We're not talking about just the myths of the Mexican, Peruvians, but also the North American Indians. And what does it say in there? Apparently, the Indians called the general area America and Pana, meaning country or region. Later visitors in the western region of South America found that the Incas called their region America. And various subdivisions of America was identified by prefixes such as Anden America or America. Subsequent spelling includes the variant America. So this is what they're saying. And once again, it seemed possible that the Mola labeled the area of the New World America, not in honor of America Vespucci, but following the Spanish name derived from what the Indians called the world, America. Thus, like so many places named in America, the continental name also derived from an Indian word. That's what it says.
It's just like Montana's named after Colorado,
Right.
Florida.
Right. Connecticut, all these are Native American names, Yep. So evidence seems to prove that Americo Vespucci who is his first voyage with Magellan, was written as Americo Vespucci. Took his own name from the continent instead of the reverse. That's what I found. Just that simple. Right? And this is the symbol of America right here. It looked like a rope with a circuit running across it. In other words, this is what became the cross. This is what represents the sacred national name of America. The symbol. Page 87 of the name of America. Sign of the cross was placed on the tomb, which is the American Peruvian sign for the name of Maru, and with the addition to the word Ka, or land, representing the sacred national name of America. This is how America actually should be written, hieroglyphically. Now, who is Amaru? Well, who did they name it after? Well, Wednesday, which today is, it's about Mercury, Hermes, which is Quetzalcoatl, and Amado Khan. So Quetzalcoatl, Kukulkan, Verakasha, Gudumas, all of them was the same deity from whether it's the Homer, the Toltecs, the Mayans, the Incas, the Aztecs. They all had the same deity, different name, but they all had, this is the same, right here, different names for the same God. The name America originated from America, the winged feathered serpent of Peru. That's where it originated. So when we talk about America, we talk about the winged serpent feather. And so the cross, not just the Christian cross, but the Peruvian American cross is also the symbol of America. See, you got America, Amaru, land of the plumed serpent, land of the plumed serpent. This is what it says also. Perhaps the most important of this is in which regards Quetzalcoatl as the god of air. He is connected, some say, with the cardinal points and with the insignia of the cross, which symbolizes that. Dr. Seller say of him, he had a protruding trunk-like mouth for the wind god blows. His figure suggests worlds and circles. Hence, his temple was built in circular form. The head of the wind god stands for the second of the 20th day sign. All right? So we know that the 20th day sign, that is Mayan, or the Olmec Mayan calendar. They had 20 signs or symbols, right? But this is all symbolic. Amaru, meaning of Amaru, you go, it tells you right here. The meaning of the name is sacred serpent. That's the meaning of the name, sacred serpent. And it's found in African, English, and Hebrew. The same languages in which that we just seen earlier that the hieroglyphics are derived from. This is why even in English, we say it's a vaster language, but some of the words, such as the close-knit family connections within our inner circle of our families, those are ancient Egyptian words. Mother is come from Muther, and it's spelled M-U-T-H-E-R. Muther is mother, M-O-T-H-E-R, same word. Father is Patara, P-T-A-H-R-E. Father, F-A-T-H-E-R. Uncle, Uncle Ray, A-N-K-H-R-E. Uncle, U-N-C-L-E. The R and the L's are interchangeable in ancient Kemetic teachings, hieroglyphic studies, or metrometry. So many of the words that we use, even in the English language, when it comes to family, are ancient Egyptian, metrometry. The word daughter is Het-Heru. Daughter is Het-Heru. That's where the name daughter comes from, is from Het-Heru, or Da-Het-Heru. So a lot of these names correlate, in which that we now finding out. All right. It is the Peruvian people was called the America. They worship the god named Amaru, who was similar to the plumed serpent of the Maya. Discoveries continue to name of the land of America, which contains the remarkable Machu Picchu. The last of the Inca leaders was Tupac Amaru, who was executed by the Spanish in 1572. When the Spanish landed in Colombia, they also was told that it was in the land of Amaru. it was not to be it was not to be incorrect to assume that this was a wide ranging area that was held, that everybody knew that this was this area. And so here, even in The Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall, he teaches this, and once again, high degree Rosicrucian, as well as also high degree Mason, 33 degree honorary Freemason. He says this: the red children of the sun, writes James Morgan Price, do not worship the one God. For them, the one God is absolutely personal, and all the forces in there, that one God are personal. This is the exact reverse of the popular Western concept of personal God and interpersonal working forces in nature. Decide for yourself which of the beliefs is the more philosophical. These children of the sun adored the plumed serpent, who is the messenger of the sun. He was the god for the Coto in Mexico, Cutumas in Paish, and Peru. He was called Amaru. From the Latin name comes our word America. America is literally translated land of the plumed serpent. So he told us this information in the book, The Secret Teachings of All Ages, Manly People. All right, so I'm going to end it here for tonight. And once again, I use Masonic sources because this is where a lot of this information is at, because we don't get taught this information in the public often as far as this information is concerned. So that's why I use them.
You get a lot of the books, or they kept from a lot of people.
You get all these books. I mean, if you have a scribe account, it's $8 a month. SCRIBD scribe.com.
I thought about it.
Yeah, I'll get that.
But I heard
And you can download all of these books.
somebody was trying to do one person did a review and they were saying, some people were positive, but one was saying, oh, you can only download so many books.
Yeah, but I mean, I get like 20,000 books from it. Download on my computer right now. You know, because it don't matter. Go to the next day. Keep going every day. You have to download more and more and more. I mean, yeah, you can only download a certain amount in that day.
Oh, so it's a day.
Right, just in that day. So let's say you download about 100. But you won't be able to download no more after that. You wait the next day, you can download another 100. Yeah. And another one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, this guy was trying to make it
No.
like real limited. Because I thought about that.
Yeah, do that. The majority of these books are on there. Majority of these books are on there. Thank you all for coming.
You.
Yeah. Nephew, he lives in Texas, he would have run it.
Okay.
Me and him actually sit for hours and talk about it.
Right.
And we talked about and like I told Tish, talked about the more stuff like ancient,
Right.
a lot of that.
Exactly.
Well, I have definitely learned more than I did last week, and it's just sinking in.
Right.
The billions and the millions.
Right.
Definitely I was just really off skew.
Right. Yeah.
I knew there was, more to us. When I was 4, I've been in Atlanta.
Right.
And I told my mom, I want to go home.
Right.
Go home, not get home.
Right.
She said, okay, I will be your child.
Right.
And I'm not. It was just something inside of me saying I don't belong here.
Right.
Well, in this time.
Right. I got you.
There are a group of archaeologists that are trying to fight the limited time.
Night, Kadira.
Right.
I might see you tomorrow. And we'll talk about the
Limited
shit.
time.
Right.
And
We have to, because none of the information makes any sense. But when you start going back to this information, you start putting the timelines, now it makes all the sense in the world.
And that was used to have that.
And
He was talking about history.
I know, he had a beautiful
Certain timelines. And he said, well, if you put the timeline like this, it doesn't match up, but if you leave it over here,
Right.
stuff starts.
Okay, so it's in place, exactly, exactly, exactly.
It was nice meeting you.
Thank you all.
Good night.
Good night.
That was an awesome session. Okay, let me see. We appreciate all of y'all who got the headbands. We also want to remind everybody about the cruise, which is coming up, as well as the online classes. Dr. Alim has classes that are personalized and small so that you can get your questions answered. And they're every Sunday at 4 and then also at 8. So those who are reclamated with United Washita, just let us know and you can get the updated link. And so you can attend classes on Sundays at 4. All right, well, just wanted to close out. Y'all know we love to do our affirmation. Continuing now for days and weeks and months and years to come. We are moving towards our cherished goals of health, wealth, knowledge of ourselves, enlightenment, happiness,
And full contentment. Every action, enterprise, and endeavor we should wish to be involved is bringing increasing rewards. We have so much happiness and abundance and success in our life that we're able to help and share with those who are sincere along the way. We're moving closer to the oneness of God and guidance and a full release of our inner higher selves. Ashe. We out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.